Have you ever wondered about the stuff that powered cannons, muskets, and even the first fireworks? Today, we're diving deep into the explosive history and science of gunpowder, one of the most game-changing inventions in human history. How is this powerful black powder actually made? Let's find out. Gunpowder, also known as black powder, is a simple yet potent mixture. It's what's known as a low explosive, meaning it burns very rapidly, creating a massive volume of hot gas. This rapid expansion is what propels a bullet from a gun or launches a firework into the sky. But where did this revolutionary substance come from? Our story begins in 9th century China. Taoist alchemists, while searching for an elixir of immortality, stumbled upon a very different kind of formula. They were experimenting with various substances, and one combination proved to be surprisingly flammable and explosive. They had accidentally created the earliest form of gunpowder. Initially, it was used for fireworks and signaling. But its military potential was quickly realized, leading to the development of early firearms like fire lances and primitive cannons. By the 13th century, this technology had spread along the Silk Road, reaching the Middle East and Europe, forever changing the face of warfare. So, what's actually in gunpowder? The classic recipe consists of 3 key ingredients: saltpeter, charcoal, and sulfur. Saltpeter, or potassium nitrate, is the oxidizer. It provides the oxygen needed for the mixture to burn rapidly, even in a confined space like a gun barrel. It typically makes up about 75% of the mixture. Next is charcoal, which is the primary fuel. It's essentially carbon, and it provides the substance that burns. This accounts for about 15%. Finally, we have sulfur, making up the last 10%. Sulfur serves 2 purposes. It lowers the ignition temperature, making the powder easier to light. And it acts as a binder, helping to hold the other ingredients together for a more stable and consistent burn. Now, let's talk about how these ingredients are combined. Just mixing them together as powders isn't very effective. The key to powerful gunpowder is an incredibly intimate and uniform mixture. Historically, this was a dangerous and laborious process. The 3 components were ground into fine powders separately to avoid accidental ignition. Then, they were carefully combined, often with a liquid like water or alcohol, to form a thick paste. This wet mixture was then ground together under heavy rollers or in a stamping mill. This step, called incorporation, was crucial for ensuring every particle of fuel was right next to a particle of oxidizer. Once thoroughly mixed, the damp paste, known as mill cake, had to be turned into grains. This is the granulation step. The mill cake was pressed through sieves to form small pellets or grains of a specific size. Why grains? Granulated powder burns more predictably and evenly than fine dust. The size of the grains could even be controlled to adjust the burn rate. Finer grains for pistols, coarser grains for cannons. After granulation, the damp grains were dried and sometimes polished with graphite to improve flow and resistance to moisture. As you can imagine, storing this stuff is a serious matter. Gunpowder is highly sensitive to sparks, friction, and static electricity. It also readily absorbs moisture from the air, which can render it useless. Historically, it was stored in wooden barrels in specially designed magazines, built to be dry and located away from populated areas. Modern safety standards are, of course, far more stringent, requiring specialized containers and climate-controlled environments. The impact of gunpowder on the world is almost impossible to overstate. It rendered traditional stone castles obsolete, shifted military power from armored knights to infantry with firearms, and fueled an age of exploration and colonization. Beyond warfare, it was essential for construction, mining, and quarrying, blasting tunnels and clearing land for centuries. It truly was the force that propelled the world into the modern era. So, from an ancient quest for immortality to a catalyst for global change, the story of gunpowder is one of accidental discovery and incredible power. Thanks for watching. If you found this video interesting, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into history and science. See you next time.